Now I'm going to do a weave, back-to-back weave, and tease. So as you can see, my tease is very, very thin, but with all this buildup, it's gonna give you that nice pop. And I'm gonna do about 3 of these, and that's gonna create my nice face frame. So now I have my 2 back-to-back slices, my 1 weave and tease, and now I'm gonna go back in and do 2 more weaves and tease, back to back. So now that I finished my face frame, the most important part is leaving out a good amount of hair. Because if you decide to do a highlighted piece here, you're going to ruin the pop of the face frame. So what I like to do is I kind of just like to have my client look up and I bring the hair down and I'm saying, okay, so now you wanna envision the pop here and then you wanna see some darkness. I am going to add a little baby light, but I also wanna make sure that I have enough hair falling down so that way it gives the contrast between the pop of the face frame and then the dimension in the back. Like I said, if you color this in here, you're gonna lose the pop of the face frame. Okay, so now we are going to work on the sides, and another important thing that you wanna ask your clients is if they put their hair up a lot. Because now that we have the face frame going on, when you pull back, you don't want just a streak here and then nothing on the sides. So Alex here does put her hair up. She says she's 50-50. So what you wanna do is you really wanna focus on getting those little fine baby lights in there. So that way when she pulls back, it's nice and subtle, it's soft, but you still have some lightness and some softness coming through, because you don't want her to pull back and it be light here, brown here, and then it transitions into the cool red. So I'm just going to take a thin, small section like so. Just turn your head and show them, chin down. And I'm going to weave that. I'm not going to tease it or anything. I am just going to weave it and act as a very thin baby light. And I'm going to do about 2 to 3 of these, and then I'm going to transition back into my balayage. So you want to make sure that it's nice and tight, tension there. I like to start in zone 1. And bringing down to zone 2 and 3, just so you're locking this in, because since the hair is so thin, if you start in the bottom, you're gonna lose the tension on top, and then your foil is gonna slip. So another thin piece. Very small, thin weave. Going right up to the root with nice tension. Now as you start to section, you're also going to see this. Do not forget about this piece because this is going to be the piece that connects to your face frame. You don't want to leave this out because yet again, if you pull back, you're going to have lightness here, and then a big kind of dark hole, which you don't want. You want everything to be cohesive along the hairline. Spin her, and I'm going to do one more, just put it down. Just going to do one more little baby light here. And then after this, so I did 3 baby lights, and then I'm going to transition back into doing my foliage technique. So now that we really kind of did a heavy foil here, I'm going to take a nice big section so that way we still want our natural lived-in contrast. So I definitely took about 2 inches or so because like I said, you want that dimension still to pop. Like I said, less is more. And you also want to see where the hair lays. So this is laying here, so maybe I'll decide to take a little piece here at the end and tip out the end so that way when she does pull in front, there's still some brightness and pop in there as well. But you don't want to go too high. So now for the side, I'm going to go back in with my staircase technique. And you want the lightness to be by her face. So I'm going to start in my zone 2, work down to zone 3, and my highest point is going to be around her face, and then I just keep the rest very low, like that. I'm just going to take my clean brush and make sure everything's nice and blended. And then saturate the ends one more time. Don't be afraid to, take down her hair and look and see where the hair's laying. So now we have all these little baby hairs going on. We see that this is gonna fall. We see that this is gonna come around, but maybe we wanna brighten up just in here. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just going to take a very, very small weave section. I'm going to find the hair that falls underneath. But sometimes this can get a little tricky, so. You don't want to take this because this defeats the purpose because this hair is laying here. And this hair is going to be laying here. So you're gonna wanna focus on taking the underneath. Because if you kind of lay it here, you're gonna see the lightness, but this is the more important. So underneath is gonna be where you're wanting to relighten.